Let's attend the day. I'm Isaiah Banky, the writer behind Lifelook, and this is Attending the Days, the audio side of the project, where I read the essays aloud. Today, essay number 3, The Dangled Pause. Sense the hook, choose the color. Most days, it sneaks up on me. No, not so much the news anymore, as every day broadcasts something unprecedented, and the inbox rarely rattles me. I quit doom scrolling years ago, broke up with social media over a decade ago, and I try to treat slow traffic as free-range thinking time. My children, meanwhile, continue to expand their appreciation for the range and flexibility of certain choice words, thanks to my ongoing field testing of patience and traffic. And the hooks still drop. Even around the arts and crafts area, where a child's well-meant organization detonates the logic of crayon, glue sticks, and rainbow loom bands. Or when half the toothpaste tube takes up residence on the backside of the hand towel I just assumed was for drying hands. The familiar spark arrives and tightens my temples, furrows my brow, and triggers my urge to leap in, correct, and fix. A tidy sermon on minimalism leaps forward as an investigation into the mysterious case of the scattered paper scraps kicks off. Other times the hook initiates versions of unsolicited wisdom on the lost art of not using the hand towel to mop up over squeezed toothpaste. Whoever's around gets the free-flowing wisdom transfer. Why do I still do this when I'd rather not be that version of myself? What's my attachment to these responses? Well, there's a word for the hook. Pema Chodron, a Buddhist nun, reaches for the Tibetan Shenpa, getting hooked. It doesn't translate neatly, but Shenpa is that subtle, sometimes hot, sticky urge that pulls us toward reactivity. It's the primer behind our thoughts, words, and actions. It's that charge behind like and don't like, that sticky pull when we want things to go our way. More than irritation, it's the hook that snags our attention, spins up a story, and before I know it has me halfway into an unnecessary lecture or muttered choice words. Sometimes I check my heart rate just to see if my body is as hooked as my mind. Sometimes I just sort of lose the thread mid-lecture because I forget why I'm so upset. Chodron calls it biting the hook, and I know the bloody taste all too well. The rush to tidy, correct, and control. The moment I'm hooked, my world narrows. Possibilities collapse. Senses falter. I become entangled in the contents of my reaction. A dad, a partner, a person making a case for order, while the moment itself slips away. I am quietly yields to, I am upset, or I am cleaning, or I am a parent. I become the feeling, the activity, or the relationship. Usually, thankfully, someone wanders out of the room during this transformation, which was really probably for the best. The tangle runs deeper than one feeling or task. We build a whole story around it. I'm an upset but good parent because I organize and I parent. The story swallows the awareness that held it. Rupert Spira, a potter turned teacher of awareness, keeps pointing at exactly this. Tangle our awareness in the contents of experience, and we lose the presence of awareness itself. Shenpa is the alert system that sounds before we vanish into the story. When we blow past Shenpa without pause, we drift a bit further from ourselves. The gap closes and fills with reactions not always of our choosing. The accumulation of these small, unnoticed acts can pull us apart from our true nature, or when noticed, help bring us back. We can disentangle from our contents, and Shenpa offers momentary reminders that I am, rather than I am insert the thing or the feeling. If we use that hot, sticky pull as a beacon of aliveness, the pause allows space where we resonate with the full musical measure of our I-ness, the very knowing of our existence. Without this pause, noise and cacophony or a habitual reaction fill the space. As French composer Claude Debussy said, music is the space between the notes. The very hook that threatens to snag us also sounds the note. Shenpa inspires the pause. We become the resonant chamber that offers our I-ness to sing its music. Like any instrument, we sound rough at first, but each Shenpa offers a lesson, and slowly, ever so slowly, what once required white-knuckle effort becomes second-ish nature, and the room settles within us. Sometimes on smoother days, or maybe just more attentive days, the practice shows. The hook dangles, and for a breath, I notice. That's the gap Shojun describes in her book Practicing Peace. The sliver of space between sensation and story, trigger and response. Shenpa inspires the space where choice awaits and music wakes. Sometimes, I remember I can use those scattered, displaced kids' paintbrushes. When I'm caught tensing up, I feel its rush, I hold steady, and I can choose a color. Most times I reach for a dish towel instead, or just start peeling dried glitter glue off my sock. But even that is a stroke in the picture. The space created when I recognize but don't bite the hook gives me a chance to shape the mood, the tone, refine the melody, and maybe even the transition to the next measure. That's the power of the pause. Naming its genesis allows potential its creative space. Shenpa gives me the language for that elusive gap between thing and response. Once I name it, I can see it. Then maybe, eventually, I can tame it. With the concept in mind, I construct my perception, paint my interpretation, and describe the world I inhabit beyond mere reaction. And to top off the concept cake, Shenpa is a heck of a lot of fun to say, nearly satisfying that itch for other four-lettered choice words. And science applauds the pause. Psychologist Lisa Feldman Barrett found we can't perceive what we don't have a concept for. Our brains don't only react to the world, they actively predict and construct it from the concepts we already carry. In the pause, inspired by our sense of Shenpa, we give ourselves a chance to sift through entanglement, choose a new description, and a new color for the moment at hand. We can modify our brain's predictive power for the situation while seeding its interpretive pattern for meaning making. Choosing colors expands our view. It's rarely dramatic. Sometimes I pause because I fumbled marker cups or knock over a glue bottle and have to clean up some sparkly goo before saying anything. Sometimes I pause on purpose, supported by a deep breath or a slow count to 3, a moment to remember that neither my kids nor I are on trial for craft supply chaos or marker mishaps. Occasionally, I just stare at the mess and hope it will sort itself out if I blink long and hard enough. In that pause, potential opens. I feel a contraction, the script about to start, the pull to react, and if I stay there just a beat longer, the urge softens. I really don't have to bite. I can breathe, notice my feet on the cold and messy playroom floor. Let the story drift through me. Sometimes I even manage to smile and embrace the ridiculousness of my upsettedness. They're freaking kids, man. Humor gives me the absurd perspective that often slips below the mess when I'm moving too fast and snagging dangling hooks. Other times I say nothing at all and just listen to the clink of markers settling into the cup, trying to remember who taught me that messes aren't permanent. I keep trying. And lately when I recognize my Shenpa, I ask myself, what's this in service to? It doesn't always change the moment, but it tilts me toward curiosity. It colors the palette of my pause. It allows me to employ my Shenpa in a way that better serves me and ultimately those around me. Sometimes the response is connection. Often it's relief. Sometimes it's just the hope for fewer sticky hand towels next time. From this pause point, this space of momentary uncertainty yields freedom to choose my color, expand my options, and take in my view. As each pause pans back the camera, I see the wider room. The small humans elbow deep in glue and glitter and loom bands, none of them troubled by whether it lands in the right cup, or any cup at all for that matter. Spira threw clay for 20 years circling this to come back to this idea. My kids haven't left the spinning wheel. A spill becomes a lake on the table. A ball patch on the page is where the dog will go. They don't fight the limits of the thing in front of them. They befriend it. And it turns into something else entirely because a kid absorbed in making has no self-story to defend. No, I am good at this. No right cup. There never was one. Just doing and redoing. Imagination on the loose. That imaginative ease runs on the ever-present, unchanging I am. The same I-ness in them, in me, and in you. The true baseline Peter Russell calls the heart of our being. We can just be without becoming our contents. Brush the glitter from our feet, or twirl once and go. The wisdom behind Shenpa never asks for perfection. Hooks will land over and over. Just ask my kids. But perhaps the barb's sinking a bit less over time. It's really more about seeing the urge to attach and choosing a different path. We're not perfect monks, yet I suspect we're all humans who'd rather preserve connection than win the organize the bin battles, the petty and service-less scenarios that populate our day. And that's the practice, about making enemies of our triggers, but greeting them with a smile, curiosity, and care. Even when our curiosity is mostly, what in the hell? How would glitter glisten from there? It can lead to, why am I upset about it? Do I even need to fix it? Maybe it looks nice. This is where life really comes alive. Choice colors the view. We can't control what arrives, but I can choose how to attend, how to respond, and what meaning pulls to the surface as I move through each encounter with life. So I pause, I notice the hook, nod to its persistence, and let it dangle while I step back into the wider field of experience. Some days, the best I do is ask what my response might serve. The markers may not end up in the right cup, but the playroom sure feels lighter. If this essay left something worth keeping, pull up a chair at the attending table. If you'd like the essays to find you, subscribe at the link below or at read.lifelooknow.com. A book is taking shape there, and the rest of Lifelook waits at lifelooknow.com. Come find what calls you.